Alrighty, so the extended patch notes are out. They've actually been out for a couple of minutes now, but oh well. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to Grand Cross, feel free to subscribe. Upload every day. Anyway, so Snake Waifu's coming out. Jormungander, or Jormungand. They took the R off for global. Not sure why yet. But anyway, she's coming out. Comes out in 2 hours-ish, 2.5 hours. And I'm here to tell you that she's really good. I don't have her yet, so take that with a grain of salt. But I've been keeping a very close eye on the character since she released on JP and KR. So I've been watching a lot of different videos on people using her in a lot of different scenarios, and it's kind of insane what she does for the team. If you don't know, she basically increases your all stats for your entire team by like 30% per stack. So if you read right here, at the start of every turn in Demonic Beast Battle Icthernir, so if you don't know already, she's a deer only character. You can't use her passive or anything like that in any other game mode, which is really dumb, honestly, but I mean, they've already done it with Magelda. They were going to do it with the deer as well. So in Icthernir, applies an effect on all allies which increases all stats by 30% for 2 turns. If 3 allies each use skills once or more, the same effect is applied on all allies again. So you can stack it a couple of times, and it's just kind of insane. Like, I think, I'm not positive on it, but I think you can get 3 stacks. I think I've seen people with plus 90% you just stats overall, and it just makes anybody insane, which is awesome. Honestly, I think this is probably the best way to go about the character, I think. Yeah, Magelda does really good with the bird, and there's a lot of really heavy hitting characters and stuff like that already in the game that you can pair with Magelda to sort of make it really good. But with this character, you can put a whole team of just idiots together and still do moderately well on this fight. So it's honestly very impressive. I think that with this character coming out, you're really not going to want to run Trader Melee anymore, which is wow, mind-blowing. Trader Melee is the best thing to ever come out in the game, but because the gear does a whole color rotation thing where you need to use a blue character, then a red character, then a green character, and then back to a blue character, Melee is a dark type unit. He doesn't work in the rotation. You can use his moves beforehand, but it's it's just very situational. Sometimes your hand gets clogged up with cards you can't use, and it can almost be more of a burden than anything. So I think the smartest play is, if you're going for this character, you're probably going to want to take Melee off the team. Obviously, you can leave him on there if you really want to. I mean, you can beat it with him. He does get some insane stats and everything like that, but it just she's good enough to make the rest of the team pick up the slack where Melee doesn't, and you can have a lot more variety on your team, I think, with this character. So she is, I don't want to say a must summon, but very close to it. If you're at all towards the end game on your account and you're wanting to farm for relics or anything like that, she's a really good character to have. Obviously the deer relics are more for fairy type units so far, and goddess type units and stuff like that. So it's goddesses are very good. Fairies are not maybe the best you've ever seen, but Festival King will end up getting one eventually. The old Festival King has already gotten one, but I'm talking about Chad King there. But yeah, her banner's honestly not too bad. It's a 600 mileage, of course. It is kind of weird. I figured that they would have just paired this character up with the Ragnarok Bond that just came out, but I don't know why they did it like that, but they did. But the banner lineup itself really isn't bad. The only characters I don't really care about are these bottom 3. But maybe if you need those characters, then being on there isn't the worst thing in the world. But yeah, all of the OC characters for Ragnarok are here. So you have the new Jormungander, you have Skadi, Magelda, Brunhild, Sigurd, Thonar. You have the newer blue Elat. I keep seeing this image going around where people were taking the lineup from the JP patch notes, and they just didn't realize that it's blue Elat and not red Elat. So if you see that graphic, it's not red Elat on there, it's this this one right here is the blue Elat. So she's a bit newer. She's not super good or anything like that. She's a little bit helpful for like guild boss, which is kind of nice, I guess. And then honestly, Chandler's still pretty insane. I mean, he's not maybe as useful nowadays, but I mean, he still can be useful if you use him. So that's honestly kind of nice. So the banner lineup is pretty solid, if I must say myself. Her as a character is pretty good. I will be making like a how to gear the character sort of video, but yeah, I think overall as just like a whole, the character, the banner, everything like that is a really hard skip. Not hard skip, but like it's really hard to skip this banner because you know, she's kind of a one-of-a-kind unit. You know, she's just like Magelda. Everybody was like, oh, Magelda came out, she's kind of meh, but this character right out of the gate, as soon as she released, you know, on JP and everything like that, she has just already shown her worth, is totally a great character. So I definitely recommend it whenever. I don't know what they would even do for her holy relic, but whatever they end up doing for it, I'm sure will be great. She's an unknown character, if that matters or anything like that, but yeah, honestly, just super solid. Her other skills, if you're curious, are they're both single target, which actually is kind of nice. I was expecting them to be AoE with the way that the animations for them are and everything. So I guess they do work with assault or with Trader Melee if you really want to keep using him. But this card right here is the really nice thing about her is that you know, this card restores the HP of all allies by X% of damage dealt, depending on what, you know, level card you're using. So it does heal a little bit, and also the fact that she's increasing all of your characters' like stats, just in general, not just basic stats. Everybody's gonna get so much life steal back. It's ridiculous. So it's gonna be, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be impossible to die, but it's gonna be really, you know, really hard for him to deal enough damage with you not being able to just hit him and gain so much back. Her other card is cancels buffs and stances. I really want to test and see if this actually cancels the stance on his phase 4, but I highly doubt it does because I don't think it can be disabled. But I'm going to test it either way at some point just to be sure. So I still don't think I've seen anyone mess around with that on JP or not. I'm sure there's been somebody who's tested it, but I just haven't been able to see it. So yeah, honestly, that's pretty much the whole gist of the video. She is a very good unit. You should try to get her if you have the extra gems for it and everything like that. I know that there's a lot of, you know, speculation for collabs or festivals or whatever like that coming up, but this is kind of one of those characters where if you're wanting to do the deer and you want to do it efficiently or just with a little bit easier than, you know, it has been, this is going to be a character that you're going to want to go ahead and grab. So that is pretty much it for me. I don't have anything else to say. Hopefully this was helpful, let you know what you need to do. Obviously, if you don't have the gems for it and you want to save, feel free, do your own thing. I mean, it's your account, you know, do whatever you think is best for you. But yeah, just my opinion. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already. I will be live streaming in just a few hours whenever the patch drops, so that way, you know, I can do live summons. So if you guys want to hop over, I've already got the stream scheduled and everything. If you're watching this as it kind of comes out or relatively close to it, I should be over there doing summons shortly. So see you next time.